Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the United Podcast. I'm here joined with Corey Dixon once again.
What's up?
All right, and we have a very, very special guest, CivRyan. How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you guys?
It's been a stressful week, obviously. This is the second time we are trying to record this episode. I'm not going to sit here and lie to the viewers. So, thank you so much for joining us for the second time. So, I really do appreciate that.
No problem.
We're going to try to keep this one a little bit short and simple, short and easy, I guess you could say. Unfortunately, some of the questions are going to be the same old boring questions we asked you before. It's new to the viewers, of course, but it's not new to you, unfortunately. So, yeah.
All good.
Yes, I have the most important question. This is probably the most important question out of every single question we're asking here. Okay? Ryan, how is your dog doing? I see you post him on Instagram all the time. How is he doing?
He's good. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's pretty chill, laid back puppy. But no, he was my dream dog. I've been wanting to get one for about 10 years. So very excited to have him, and he's definitely brought a lot of joy to my life.
Nice. And what breed is he?
He is a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Nice. Yeah, he looks like a very beautiful dog.
Thanks.
All right. I wanted to ask you about this whole situation, what's going on with George Floyd. I know a lot of people have their own takes in this situation. All I know, what's going on in Minneapolis is horrible. It's crazy what's going on. It's not it. What they did was horrible. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The whole George Floyd situation. Do you have any takes on this situation?
I mean, I'll give just kind of my own personal feelings about it. I don't live in America. I am white, so I mean, I don't know how valid my arguments are because it's not. But anyways, I saw the video, and it's awful, shocking, and it's pretty sad, and there's been so many similar stories and tensions down in the states of, and even in Canada as well, of police brutality and racism and all that. And it's just sad to see, and I think that's what we're seeing is just people are fucking fed up with it, and I don't blame them, and they should be because it's just it's not fair, it's not right.
It's 2020, and this crap is still going on.
I can't believe it's still happening.
Yeah.
No, I agree 150% with it.
The other side of it is I think the protesters and the people on social media and people fighting and being vocal about it, which I absolutely support 100%. They need to remember that just like minorities don't like to be painted in the same light of like the actions of a few shouldn't determine the actions of everyone.
Yes.
Many, they shouldn't be painted in a broad light. I think they need to remember that doesn't apply to law enforcement as well, because there's always going to be bad apples in a group. There's always going to be a few, and it definitely. It hurts. It sucks to see that there's like normal,
it affects
still
the
good
whole
officers.
department. Yeah, there's a
still
lot of
getting shit
amazing
on.
cops risk their life every single day. They do everything in their power to be the good guy, but then there's one bad apple in the bunch, and it just makes them all look bad now.
But
Yeah.
I get that they're not necessarily. The fight is against cops protecting bad cops, like the system protecting cops. Like, and I don't know if you guys saw the interview with the Minneapolis mayor, but that guy's amazing. That guy's like, his interview was unbelievable, and he was right. He's like, if this was me, you, Corey, Raditz, if we had done that to somebody, we'd be in jail right now. Why were those
For
guys
sure.
not in jail
100%.
immediately after? So but luckily what's great to hear is that things are in motion. The guy that's getting the officer that did it he has been arrested. He is in jail. Charges are pending against him. Like, things are in motion. Things are happening. There is going to be some justice for this.
I think like a National Guard just got called in last night or something like that. So that's pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
Crazy times. 2020 is
I
an
could talk
interesting
about
year.
President Trump's remarks. I could spend a whole hour podcast, but that's again.
I have
I'm
a
not gonna- I'll just
perfect
leave
guy
it.
for you to talk about politics with.
God,
Oh my
what an
god.
idiot! All I'm gonna say is, America, please just go vote. Go vote and vote this guy out of office because he is unbelievable.
Oof. Okay. All right. No politics. All right.
Yeah.
Let's Corey, bring us on a new question before we call a war or start a war.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so where do you think the next GTA will be located? So we know Rockstar is very hidden about releasing information, all that sort of stuff, but there's a lot of people out there that would love to know, where the next GTA is going to be. And I know obviously you don't work for Rockstar, Ryan, but I'd love to know your opinion on where you think it'd be.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, we talked about this before, but I think what I would like to see, anyways, is a return to Vice City, back in like fictional Miami. I guess that would be amazing. And it'd be. I honestly think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be multiple cities.
Hope so.
And man, I'm excited. Like, I don't know if you guys played Red Dead 2, but my God, if that's the indication of where it's going, oh my, we're in for a treat, and I can't wait.
Well, it's next gen, so what do you like? There must be something big coming. I'm hoping.
It's going to be released on the release of the next consoles for sure. That's going to be their release game.
Like in the very beginning of this whole thing was going on with leaking all the information. I heard it's going to be worldwide. I highly doubt it. That'd literally take decades to create.
God.
But that would be pretty cool, man. If you want to go to like Japan for an RP session or go to Canada or whatever, that would be pretty cool.
Be nuts. Yeah.
Border Patrol, man. Oh, I always wanted to do that. All right. So who inspires you on YouTube?
Who inspires me?
Yes. Or just in general, is there like somebody who just inspires you to keep going?
I don't know. The reason I keep doing it is just, it's mostly this is gonna sound so cheesy, but it's the people watching and commentating, and like that gets me excited to keep doing it. Is that it's like, okay, like all this work was worth it because people are actually enjoying it, and I'm making them laugh, and that's my favorite. Like, that's what keeps me going. Is just knowing, like, okay, there's some people out there laughing at the stupid jokes I make. But yeah, I don't know. Not there's not anyone in particular. I can tell you some of like my favorite channels that I watch on YouTube.
That was another question of mine. So if you want to
Okay.
carry on with that, is there any YouTubers you watch?
Oh, okay. So there's a couple guys. This new channel I found, and I'm calling it right now. And I actually called it about a month ago that this channel is gonna blow up. This channel is gonna be $500,000 to $1 million.
Is it mine?
Like soon. Yeah, sure. If you want to.
Am I going to hit a $500,000 now?
That was a shameless plug right there. That was just a
shameless plug. Wow, just interjecting. Unbelievable. This guy. Who invited
Hey,
this guy
man.
on the podcast? No, you guys should look him up. It's called Cartnarks, and what this guy does is I think he's a comedian or a radio host down in LA, and he goes around to Costco parking lots or grocery store parking lots, and he waits and he watches for people that don't return their carts to the car corrals. And then he like has a little siren. He goes like whoop whoop whoop, and he like flags them down. He goes, "Hey, like you put your cart away. You're being lazy." And it just triggers these people because they get caught being a shitty person and they just lose it. and the guy is such a perfect piece of shit to them. Like, he's just like, he does the whole like, "Sir, there's no need to be upset. Sir, ma'am, calm down." Like, he's just so kind of condescending, but like, he's right the whole time. It's brilliant. You guys need to go watch it. It's called Cartnarks. It's honestly my favorite channel I've found.
For
Definitely
sure.
got to check that out. So Ryan, we all know you take part in a lot of role plays and stuff like that within GTA 5. What would you say the funniest moment during your role play session has been? Like, what is one moment that stands out to you as the funniest moment?
Yeah, like I said last time, that's really hard to do. One of my kind of favorite episodes that I've done. I sound like I'm all prepared because we've already done this before.
The first interview was by far my favorite interview. You had the best answers, and I was so bummed. I did not know what to
Yeah.
do when I heard the auto because I try to upload the best quality as I possibly can, and I just couldn't upload it. It was horrible.
Well, get your shit together, Raditz.
Look, all right. Look, I
Come on,
invited
man.
you to be here.
You
Don't
want to
talk
make it in this
crap to me.
business, don't you?
Don't talk crap to me. All right.
Well, circling back to your question, I'd say some of my favorite episodes I've done was I did one. I was a convenience store clerk and I got robbed, but I said I had finger guns, so we went back and forth. Another good one was I was a cop and we somehow convinced a guy to sell us a pallet of cocaine. We said we're definitely not cops, and it was really really funny. And then another one I did was that I've had a lot of fun editing was the Oblivious Heist Driver, where I picked up 5 guys as an Uber driver and they went around robbing places, and I was oblivious and then was just being obnoxious and trying so hard just to get a 5-star rating. So those are probably my favorite ones I've done, among many.
I personally watched the finger gun one, so that was a good video.
How long ago was that video?
Which
The
one?
finger gun, the finger gun one. How long ago was that?
Oh man, let me find it.
'Cause I'm 90% sure I watched that too.
Was that in DOJ?
No, it was OCRP.
Oh, okay.
It was shit, man. I can't believe I've been doing OCRP this long. Where the hell is it? It's about probably a year old. I'd say a year old.
Okay, I probably definitely watched it. So I know I've watched you and like Barry Bugs and all those guys before.
I started watching you when you went around impersonating to bee bugs in his vehicles and stuff like that on your live streams. You
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that? That was like
Well, yeah, they had
that's when I started watching you.
They had his car in the server, and like no, these were their special cars, and no one else could drive them. And I was like, I probably should have driven it, but I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna go drive this and just mess with them. And so I made sure I found them and just messed with them. So that's
Nice.
fun.
All right. So, do you have any tips or any tricks for anyone who's are like looking into starting a YouTube channel?
For YouTube, and or streaming, just
Anything.
have fun with it. Just be entertaining, have fun. Don't do it thinking you're gonna get a cent. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't look into any of that, because you're just gonna either make yourself mad, get frustrated that your growth isn't there, get frustrated that the money's not there. Like those are completely the wrong reasons to do YouTube, in my opinion. Do it because it's fun. Do it because you want to share what you're creating with the world, and maybe some people will watch it. And honestly, if your content is good, the views will come in, and everything else will come in. But just have fun. Don't take it seriously.
I think being real about it too. So I think there's a lot of people out there on YouTube that try to be someone that they're not. And I always tell them, just be yourself. Like in certain situations, yeah, you got to be an actor and whatnot because it's an acting gig. But then at the same time, if you're trying to be a YouTuber and you're trying to show people the funny side of you and stuff like that, just be you. Like don't try to be somebody that you're not.
Yeah, don't put on a face or an act. Nothing pisses me off more than seeing like a YouTuber ham it up, like "What's going on, guys?" and they do these fucking fast intro and stuff. I'm like, yeah,
when
like,
I was
no,
relevant,
I hate that.
When I was relevant on one of my other channels, I used to do Call of Duty. I used to do full on like commentating voice. I got so much hate. Like everybody just called me fake. Whenever they talked to me off a video, they just gave me so much hate because that wasn't my real voice. So I just completely just stopped doing that, and I started being more real. And being real, you tend to get a little bit more views and more attention. I'm still waiting for that more views, but still, yeah.
I think it's the opposite. I think, like being the fake person might get you a younger, more immature crowd that sees you as a character.
Yeah, there's some very big YouTubers out there who are completely fake, but it works for them.
Oh, I can't stand it. And it works, and they're playing the game. Like, but that's, I don't know. Like, I know me and my friends, we don't do any of that. Like, what you see is what you get with us. Like, Jeff and Bugs are the same on camera as they are off camera. Same with me. Like, we're just normal people. We don't put on airs, and we don't put on a fake persona.
Yeah, so Ryan, what sort of interests and hobbies do you have outside of gaming?
Yeah, I like to go golfing. I like to snowboard in the winter. I like to go mountain biking. Mountain biking this summer. Luckily, I live in Alberta, so I have access to some world class ski hills and mountains and different terrain. So I like to do that. Do some photography. Yeah, and drink some beer. Those are my hobbies.
Nice. Drinking beer hobby, love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been skiing once, and it was so sore the next day. It was crazy.
Well, you guys are out in Ontario, aren't you?
I'm in British Columbia.
I'm in
Oh, you're in
Ontario.
BC. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say Ontario doesn't have very good hills, but BC does. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. I hate to ask this again. I really do. And just because you gave such a great answer before, you don't have to this time. Or if you just want to completely skip it, whatever. DOJ situation, the juiciest part in the podcast. What's your take on the situation?
Well, yeah. So I think the question you asked me last time was why did I leave or whatever.
Yeah.
So um, I probably won't go into it as much as I did last time. I've gone into it on my stream before. I don't like it. Like it happened so long ago. Like we left. We're just trying to move on and do our own thing. So I don't want to feed too much into it. But I will provide a little insight onto why I left. Like I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but my experience. Just the long story short was it's not a community I wanted to put my name on anymore. There's some things that happen behind the scenes that are not good. They have ranks there. It's not a friendly environment. It's it's a lot of power hungry people over there. It created a lot of unnecessary stress in my life, and it actually did. I was an admin over there. It changed who I was, and I didn't like who I was. And the leadership and the head from the top down, shit flows from the top down, and I didn't like what I was seeing. So Jeff was like, "Hey man, like it was great timing because I was thinking of leaving, and then Jeff contacted me and said that they're starting up OCRP, and that he would love for me to be a part of it and get it off the ground and help them." So I was like, "This is perfect timing." So I went
Is
with them,
Bugs
and
planning
we
on rejoining OCRP?
yes, yeah,
Nice.
we're probably gonna
How
record this weekend actually.
that's
Nice.
awesome.
I'm still waiting for my invite.
How is your community coming along? Like in terms of like development and stuff like that. Like have you seen it really take off?
Well, like our whole thing is we're not about like having the highest numbers or have like of members because we honestly don't want that. We don't want like things kind of move a little slower. We because we don't have ranks, we don't have staff. It's just like a core group of admins and that's it. And we don't get any special privileges. What I really pride myself on in the community is that we don't have ranks. We have a very like relaxed set of rules. They're still legit, like don't do GT online stuff, but they're relaxed. And what's great is everybody that is comes in from day one is treated like they were in since beta. You can record, you can stream right from day one. It's a 21 and over community. Like I
That's the
think we
best
have
part,
a
I
lot of
think. 21 and
it's so
over.
good. We're not
Yeah.
without our drama and like
Well, most
there's still some
communities
very
are all
immature.
about ranks,
Yeah.
and like if you're lower than them, you're just gonna be treated like garbage most of the time. So
Yeah. So we removed that whole aspect completely. And I think we've proved to like the whole 5M community that you can have a successful community, you can have a fun place without ranks because everyone and their dog thinks that to have a community, you have to have ranks, you have to have officer one, officer two, sergeant, corporal, blah, blah, blah. You don't. It's all bullshit. And it actually creates so much unnecessary drama. So, yeah. Anyways, I like where we're going.
Awesome. No, that's great to hear. So what sort of future content do you have coming out soon that you can talk about? Because this is obviously being uploaded tomorrow, Sunday the 31st. What sort of content are you releasing soon to your channel?
We're doing some more 5PD stuff. We're gonna do some OCRP things once we get guys in there. Some more, yeah, just more GTA 5 RP stuff. That's a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna try and do some more like SnowRunner and different driving games, and because I really like kind of simulator driving because I got a sim rig. So that's a lot
Nice.
of fun. So stay tuned for that, I guess.
So, when did you start creating videos? Like, did you have like a channel before CivRyan? Were you known by somebody else, like games and stuff like that? What was your first channel, and when did you first start? I'm making this question so much more difficult to answer. Sorry. When did you start creating YouTube videos? What I'm trying to say.
Um, so I actually started with Twitch first, and I was under a different name, and yeah, I was like I was unemployed. I was in a like not in a great spot in my life, and had nothing but time on my hands. So I was like, I'm gonna start streaming because I was watching a lot of streams. So I streamed for a little bit to like yeah, literally zero viewers for like a couple months, and then I was bored, and actually that's when I found the RP servers to join. So that's when I joined up and started doing RP. But my and then I decided to do YouTube probably a year after that to get into it. YouTube's not my I'll be real. YouTube's not my favorite thing. It's just because I work a full time, like more than a full time job, and I'm sure you guys know editing takes quite a while. Rendering, recording, syncing voices,
See,
blah blah blah.
streaming
Like
is
it takes
actually fun, especially interacting with your live viewers. I think
yeah.
that's the best part about streaming.
So I focused on streaming way more than I did YouTube. Probably a year before I did YouTube, and because I liked just the live reactions, and also it was kind of just like once you hit start, you entertain, you do your thing, and then when you hit stop, like that's it, you're done. Like I don't have to process, I don't have to do all this other extra work. So for me, for someone working full time, that was like a good um, kind of not bread and butter, but it was a good thing to find. But I really like doing YouTube, and I'm trying to focus on, as of recently too, is just growing my YouTube channel more and more because I do have fun with it. I just got to find the time to do it.
Well, you got that silver play button, man. So congrats on that.
Thanks, man. Not yet. They haven't sent me it yet.
Oh,
It's been a while. I'm gonna.
I think
Apparently
it takes
you
a
gotta
few
wait a
months.
while.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah.
months to get it. It's like
Man,
ordering
this whole
from
COVID
China.
thing is real. This COVID thing is really messing with my YouTube plaque. Like, talk about first world problems. Like, I want my plaque.
No, plaques are.
Can-
Ugh, people work so hard from it though, and just having that reward, it's amazing.
It's
So-
cool. I could take it or leave it. Anyways,
Yeah, so before we wrap up, we got one last question for
I'll
you.
take it.
What is your favorite video game of all time?
oh yeah, no, I'll be instant on this answer. I don't even have to think about it now. It was the biggest kind of game changing game for me back in the day when I was a kid was GoldenEye 007 for the N64 because that like revolutionized first person shooters. And I think anybody that's my age and kind of grew up in the 90s there will remember when
How
that
old are
game
you?
came out.
Actually, I'm curious.
I'm 31.
Oh, okay. I'm 24, so.
Okay.
25. I'm 25.
Okay, you guys aren't that much younger. But yeah, that game was unreal, man. Like what's crazy to me about that game too is the multiplayer portion of that game, which was the biggest success of it, was made by one guy. And I think the whole game was made by maybe three guys that were like rookies at the company. Like they basically just like, here, you guys do this project, good luck. And they just like game of the year knocked it out of the park.
Nice.
Sure. I think a lot of the older games out there are the best.
I want to thank you once again for coming back and doing this with us. Apologize about the audio.
Corey won't
and-
make that mistake again. Don't worry.
Wasn't me. Don't you dare blame me. But no, really appreciate you coming back, Ryan. Thank you so much. And honestly, you answered the questions great, and you're an amazing guy. And I wish you all the best with your videos going forward. And yeah, I hope your YouTube blows up even more. I'm a fan of your videos. I've watched Barry Bugs and you guys play around for like years now. So really happy to have you on and fanboying over here a little bit. But thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys, and all the best for your podcast. And Corey, I like your Twitter account, man. I like how positive you are there, and you're all about mental health and being a very big advocate for that. So shout out to you personally, and keep up that great work, buddy.
Oh, thank you very much. That means a lot. I really appreciate that. I try my best. The mental health thing's really huge for me. So
There's a lot of shitty stuff going on in the world, man, as we talked about. So it's
Especially
nice.
2020. It's an interesting year.
Yeah. So I'll try to look on the bright side of life, hey.
absolutely, trying my best. All right. Well, thanks so much, Raditz. You have anything you want to say before we wrap up?
That's everything. All Ryan's social media will be in the description below, so go check him out, follow him, all that great stuff, subscribe. But that's everything.
All right. All right. Thanks so much.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Take care, Ryan.